Record now. And good to go, inshallah.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum. So what we're going to do here now is go back over the Arabic alphabets here. Okay. Here we say Arabic is what type of language? Semitic language, meaning that it is what?
Right to left.
Read from right to left. Okay. What about the Arabic numerals? How are they read? Left to right. And we just got through looking at an example of the Arabic numerals. Okay. So here we said these are the Arabic alphabets right here, and that they are, this is how they look when they are what? How they look when they look in isolation, or when they what? Stand alone. Okay? Let's pronounce the letters. We have here again, Alice, and this is the English equivalent for what? A. Okay, the next letter is Ba. English equivalent, B. The next letter, Ta. English equivalent is what letter? T. Okay. The next letter is Tha. What English equivalent? TH. 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 The next letter is Gene. English equivalent? J. Next letter, Ha. This is a hard sound, hard H. Ha, like that, okay? So what English equivalent? H. The next letter is Ha. K-H-A. K-H-A. Ha. Ha. Okay? So its English equivalent would be what? K-H. K-H. Right? All right. The next letter we have is Vowel. Most of they write it, most of the time is D-A-L. You know, we're gonna get Brother Tar to come up later on, and then he's gonna go through the Arabic alphabets too and give us the Arabic pronunciation as they do in from Egypt. Okay. So this is Vowel. It's a D sound. It's like a small D, Vowel. This one is, what is it? Za. Za, za, za. This is a Z sound. Z sound, okay? This one is Ra. Ra. This is an R, right? This one is Za, like Za. Z-A, okay? Z sound. This one is Seen, right? Give us an S sound, but it's a softer S. That you're gonna say S and shoe. Okay. This is Sheen. S-H-E-E-N. Sheen. Give us what the English equivalent? S-H. See? Okay. The next letter is Sod. Okay. What English equivalent is that? S, but a hard S. Sod. Sod. Okay. As opposed to Sod. The next letter is God. This is a hard D. Remember we said this was a D sound also, but this is a much harder D. Like when we said Darlene, Darlene, Dart, Darlene. Okay, so this would be the D that we use. The next letter is what? Hard. This is a hard T. Hard, hard. It's kind of like spelled like toy, toy, toy. It's a hard T sound. Okay. The next letter, look at this. Look at the shape of it also. Okay, this letter is Zoy with a Z. Zoy, Zoy, hard Z sound. Okay. The next letter is Ein. It's like Ein, Ein. The next letter is Gain. What English equivalent is that one? GH. Where does it originate from? Right in here. Like you're gobbling, Gain, Gain, Gain. GH. GH sound. Okay. All right. This one is Fa. Some people say fa, okay? F, English equivalent is F. This one is, that again? Quaff. These two kind of sound alike. This is why you got to make sure where you articulate the sound from. It's like a Q. Quaff, quaff. Okay? This one is cat. Like when we said like that, but we actually spell it this way. Okay? Cat. All right. This one is lamb. Lamb. Because the English equivalent would be what? L. Lamb. Okay? This one is mean. M-E-E-N. M-E-E-M. Mean. Mean. English equivalent? M. So that means, when we talk about the English equivalent, that means that we starting out a word and we trying to translate it, or not translate it, but transliteration, you know, we're going to use this letter, M, in English, okay? This one is noon, noon, N-U-N. Or like some people might spell it N-O-O-N, like the midday, noon, noon. This one is ha. Right. Notice this is an H sound here, but notice the difference between this sound and this one. This is an H also. This is ha, hard, emphatic, ha, where this one is ha, ha. Okay. This one is wow, W-A-W, wow. Okay. And this one is yeah. Now, one particular about this last letter, you see it written like this. And sometimes you see it written like this, with the two dots. With the two dots. Okay? Because this letter here takes a different shape when it's coming in the middle of a word. That means if I had a sentence up here and I had a long line, but I saw two dots up under it, this is the only letter, and if you look at the alphabets, that have what? Two dots below it. Only one that has the two dots below it. So even if I saw something and I couldn't distinguish, I saw two dots, I said, well, it has to be ya, because that's the only letter that has the two dots below the line. Okay? Now, let's do something else here. We're going to take,
Sit there so you can see. You sit right there where you can see. You don't have to look around here.
now, let's talk about what we call the vowels, or diacritical marks. Some people call it uriah. Okay, the vowels. These are the marks that go like above the letter, and then come below the letter, and then you have down. So if it's above the letter, we're going to call it fatha. Fatha. Okay? If we have it like this, and notice it's slanted. You don't want to write it like that. You always want to slant it that way. Okay? So if it's above the letter, we're going to call it what?
Fatha.
Fatha. So this is going to give this aleph here an A sound, right? It's like ah, okay? If it's below the letter, we're going to call it kasra. Kasra. Okay? That's going to give it an I or E sound. I or E sound. Okay, follow me now. I or an E sound. And if we have this, what we call Dhamma, it's going to give it a U or O sound. So we'll put O or U sound. Now, with that in mind, let's do this. Let's take the second letter. What do we have? How would we pronounce this?
Spare.
Okay, spell it out phonetically for me. So I would have what? How would I write this in English?
B-A.
B-A, just B-A. If I got B-A-A, I would have to have this. Like this. So now I got B-A-A. See the difference? Okay, so this one would be B-A-A. See it? Because now this is elongation. You're elongating the A here. So you're going to pronounce this ba, and this is ba, a little longer. Okay? What about this one? I heard somebody say B. I can either have this or either this, right? But I would say go with that one there. B, B-E. Okay? What about this one? Either I got this, and the other, and point my back, either that. So with that in mind, let us do this. Let's take each one of these letters up here and let us apply the diacritical mark. You're on your way to reading Arabic now, but you just got to realize how these letters look when they are connected to, because it will take a little different shape sometime. So let's start right here. And we're gonna go what? A, E, U, Ba, B, Boo. Okay, let's start over.
A, I, U, B, B, Bu, T, Ti, Tu, Th, Thi, Thu, J, Ji, Ju,
Right.
H, Hi, Hu, Kha, Khi, Hu, D, Di, Du, Th, Thi, Thu, Ra, Ri, Ru, Z, Zi, Zu, Se, Si, Su, She, Shi, Shu, Sa, Si, Su,
See it?
Da, Di, Du, Ta, Ti, Tu, Za, Zi, Zu, A, I, U, Ra, Ri, Ru, Fa, Fi, Fu, Qa, Qi, Ku, Ka, Ki, Ku, La, Li, Lu, Ma, Mi, Mu, Na, Ni, Nu, Ha, Hi, Hu, Wa, Wi, Wu, Ya, Yi, Yu.
Got it? Anybody having difficulty? Got it? Good. Now, let's look at elongation. We already elongated this one, right? So we went from ba, right here, to what? Okay, so how would we elongate this letter here? Now, notice, now, look. We're gonna put this, and if I want to elongate this, I'm gonna have to have like a Y right here. And notice how this shape, maybe I should do it this way. Let's look at the first letter up here. We got Aleph right here, okay? But this always gonna look like that is standing alone. Aleph is also one of those letters that is really not pronounced, although we've been pronouncing it here. Another letter, some people call this a letter also. It's kind of like this onion right here with the tail cut off. If you see that, you cut the tail off, this flourish right here at the end. Same thing with gain, okay? If it sits atop the aleph, we call that hamza. It gives it an abrupt sound, okay? So even though it's not written up here as an alphabet, there are some grammarians consider that an alphabet too. Hamza, okay? Okay, so then we have ba. Let's elongate it. Let's look how ba right here looks when it has an I EE onto it, okay? Let me introduce another letter too, a vowel, so to speak. A little circle that might be over the letter. Let's say if I had this, and I had this over it, this is what we call sukoon. S-U-K-U-N. What purpose does sukoon plays? No sound. That vowel is kind of rendered silent, right? But you still can hear it a little bit. For example, if I had this. See that? How would I pronounce that? Ab. Hear that B a little bit of E, you don't give it. And if I were to say this, I got what? Abba. See? But with the sukoon over it, it's just ab. Ab. You hear that B. You give it half the sound, so to speak. That's what sukoon means, silent. Give that letter half the sound that it has. Ab. Ab. Instead of abba. Okay? Okay. So let's look at the second one. Look at this. So I would put sukoon over the Y right here. So I would have B, E, E. Because we said vowels in English are A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes what?
Y.
Y. See, so here's the Y right here, the equivalent in Arabic. So they put sukoon over the ya. Okay? Look at with Dhamma. So we got B, what we said this is U, right? Okay? So you have to add what we call a small wa right here, a wa, okay? A W, so to speak, with sukoon. So now I got B-U, U, instead of just B-U. See it? B-U-U. Or either what? B-O-O. Okay? I want to pick out another one. Let's pick out this one. This is the letter what? Okay. Now, let us apply. We want to go from all right. We want to elongate this particular vowel, or word, letter, rather. Okay. So we got what? Let's go from, let's see it first. We got sa. All right. Now, how do we elongate this? Notice that this letter right here is going to take a different shape now. It's going to lose this flourish, lose this tail, so to speak. So I want to go from S-A to S-A-A. So what I'm going to have to add is what? Alif, right? So we're going to have to do this. Like that. See? So now I got S-A-A. See that? What about this one? What I have to do here?
Yeah.
What do I have to do? I got to do something like that. I could do that, right? Well, that's just yah, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I got this, and then I got sukoon over. Sukoon over. So I got, what spelling do I have now? Yes. E-E, if you want to go with E, E, or either I. See that? This one. What would I do? What letter would I add here? Wow. Right there. Then I put the Dhamma. See the Dhamma? And then what would I do with this letter here? What do I add to it? Sukoon. I would have sukoon over. So look at the pronunciation now. We got what? S-A-A, za. We got what? Si. And we got su. See it? Okay. All right. So this is what we can do with all the alphabets. But what we want to do now, we want to just hit on a couple of topics. I don't want to spend too much time on this, but in the other subsequent classes, we will go further into detail. Let's look at, we know Arabic is based on what? A triliteral root. 3 letters, right? Let's look at this word right here. But we're going to add some vowels to it. And this is where a lot of times when we look at words like this here, and if you look at the Arabic literature, a lot of places on television, they won't have the vowels there. So we got to get in the habit of learning how to apply the vowels without the vowels being there itself. So that's going to come with some practice. Okay, but for your sake, we're going to go ahead and put the vowels. What do we have now? Now, look at this. This letter here is what letter you might think it is. This is, see? But look at the shape it has taken. It lost its tail. Look at it, if you will, up here about it. So it looked like that. It loses that tail. And then, of course, it straightened out a little bit. See? So that is the same letter as where we at here. See? That's the same letter. But this is what? Arabic is written what? In cursive form, right? So just like in English, they take on a different shape. What letter is this? The second letter. See? There it is here. Try to see it? Okay. What about the third letter? Seen. Okay. All right. Now, this is what we call in Arabic a strong verb. Why is it strong? Is because if you look at those letters up there, all of them have fatha. See? At the top of them. That is considered a strong verb. Okay? Arabic is based on a triliteral root system, a verbal system. So we got here, now we put it all together, what word do we have? Everybody hear that?
Jalasa.
That's it. See it? Because you got the gene, the lamb, and the sin. Only thing you're doing is putting the vowels with them. That's all you're doing, putting the vowels with them. That's all you've been doing already. Right? Okay? Now, what does it mean?
He said.
He said. Okay? Now, Arabic is, as I said, is based on a triliteral root system. It is all, the verb itself always have he built into it. It's the past tense, so to speak. Okay? Is he plus the past tense. So he plus the past tense is already built in this word right here, jalasa. Okay? So it's meaning he, and he sat. How do we say she sat? So what we do, we changed it. So we've gone from he sat to she sat. See it? Because all we did is add the top. This is what we call a suffix to the jalasa right here. It come up with jalasat. Another letter. Let's do this. We call this letter here the round T. The round T. And what name of it is what we call it? Tar marbuta. Right. So it's the rounding. This meaning the feminine. This meaning the feminine. We make things in Arabic feminine most of the time by adding the ta here or either the round T. But it's not pronounced when it's at the last word of the sentence or the last letter of the sentence. Then this ta right here turns to H. To H. Okay? Look at, let's do this. See that? Now, what letters? First of all, in reading Arabic, you got to identify the letters. Here's one of those letters for those who are not familiar. This is this letter right here. And notice this letter here. You see that? See this? This is the same as this. So, when it starts at the beginning of a word, it changes from this to this. This is what in the middle of it, right here. Same letter. Okay? But when it's at the end of a word, it retains. It looks like that. Okay? When it's in the beginning or middle of a word, it looks like this. That's how it looks. This is critical that we understand this because if we're going to read Arabic, we got to be familiar with how these letters look when they are in the different positions. Okay? So now we have the word, what here? Pronounce it for me. Kataba. Okay? Which meaning? He wrote. See? Remember, the verb is always he plus what? The past tense. It's an action that has been completed in what? The past. So Arabic words have past tense, they have the present tense, and they have what we call future tense. But now we're talking about the basic root word, and we're talking about, and this is what we call a form 1. I'll explain it to you later. Form 1 verb. Because a form word, 1 verb has certain characteristics, what we're talking about now. Okay? So it's a strong verb also. Now, can anyone tell me when we have this first letter with fatha, and then we change the second letter to kasra or dam, what are we talking about then? No, I'm not talking, well, we'll get to that. Let's do this. Let's stick with this. Maybe I'm going a little bit too far ahead. I was talking about the temporary state or a permanent state, but we'll get to that, okay? So we say that this meaning he wrote. So notice that the KTB Brother Muhammad in the back. See, so we got K right here, a calf. We got ta, and we got ba. So this embodies the act of writing. So we're saying that he wrote, meaning that this is something that has been completed in the past. See? And sometimes they said the Prophet Muhammad used a strong verb. So if he used a strong verb, it was a verb that looked like this. Because it was a strong verb as opposed to a weak verb. Okay? So this word here, kataba, he wrote. What is the word here? This is ba. Khatib. Khatib. Notice it still embodies what? KTB in there. Isn't this a person who does what? The speech of what? Writing, right? Got to do with the ability of writing. Khatib, who's the khatib? He can be speaking too, but more or less, who's the writer? See, it embodies the writer. When you see KTB, like we said the word, it's what? Kitab, or not kitab, kitab. Kitab. What is that? Book. Book, just any book. Kitab. All right? But what if I want to say, notice what I did, I put double, Dhamma. Remember when we had the Dhamma, we gave it a what sound? A U or O sound, right? Okay, but when we have it like this, we're going to give it a UN sound. So that means every letter on the end has this got a UN sound on the end. So now we pronounce this as ki, ta, boom. Kitabun, which is
A book.
say it again.
A book.
A book. A, the word a, this is what you said now. A book. As opposed to just saying book up here. See the difference? Book, this is a book here, this is a book. What if I want to say the book? See, I have to put the definite article, AL, in front of this. But look what's going to happen though. In grammar, you're going from a book with the tanwin at the end. We call this tanwin when it's like this, okay? We're going from kitabun to al-kitabu. Al-kitabu. It loses one of these dhammas up here. So now you have to say the book, or the book, you know where you're from, okay? So see, so we got AL is the definite article, the, and then here's the word book. Al-kitabu. That's how you say this. Al-kitab. Kitabu. Kitabu. Okay? Now, let me point this out. When we say the word this is in the board right here. That's in the board right there. Look at that. So the pronunciation here is what? First of all, here's the key thing again. We got to know the letters, right? We got to know how they look. When they're either at the beginning, the middle, or the ending. So identify the first letter for me here would be what? Mean. Look at the chart of that. The second letter would be what? Seen. The third letter, okay, that's the J. See the dot right here? And the last letter, okay? So we have the word masjid. Masjid, see it? Now, what is the triliteral root here? Remember we said Arabic is based on a triliteral root system, right? 3 letters.
Yeah.
But look here what we got. We got, so what would be the 3 letters we're going to pick out? We had to look this up in the dictionary, And that's another thing we're gonna learn to do too, how to look Arabic words up in a dictionary where the class is concerned. Not just a regular dictionary where you got the words spelled out, but actually the Arabic word, where they have the 3 letters at the top of the page, and you got to be able to find the root letters. Okay? So we got masjid, right? Okay? What are the 3 letters? What 3 letters would you pick out as being the three letters that we're gonna look? If we're gonna look this up in the dictionary, what 3 letters are we gonna pick out here?
Jeen,
Say it again.
mean,
Okay, y'all hear mean. What else then? I want to see
sing,
sing and what else?
Jeen,
Okay. Is that right?
No.
Okay.
dog,
Okay. Give somebody else a chance, wait, brother. Okay. Okay. Yeah, you said it right though. You know it though. Okay. So what should we have then? If it's not the mean, the seen, and the gene, as someone said, or somebody said the dog. Okay. What 3 letters? We want to look this word up in the dictionary now. This is critical. We got to know what 3 letters we got to pick out here to look this word up in the dictionary. If we want to know the meaning of the word masjid. I know you already know it, but still we're going to look at it even deeper now. So what letters should we pick out here? What do we do when we come to the masjid? What one of the main things we do when we come to the masjid?
We make sujood.
Oh, don't say that, brother, man. We make what, brother?
Sujood.
Sujood. Sujood is what position? Go ahead. Sujood.
Prostration.
Prostration. Prostration. So the masjid is a place of prostration. The M-A, the prefix in front of it, meaning place of. So the masjid, literally, the word masjid means place of sajda. Sajud, what we go and make sajda. Right? We making prayer, right? See? Place of, masjid. Anytime you see M-A, most of the time, it means place of. And if you see M-U as a prefix, it means what? One who does. Like, look at the name Muhammad. Muhammad, see? Look at that name. M-U is in front of it. And what does, look at, what would be the triliteral root in Muhammad?
Praise.
It means praise, but what are the letters? How are we going to look it up in the dictionary? Literally, in our mind we know what it means, but if we had to show someone else how to find it in the dictionary, we got to have there's a procedure, a process that we have to go through to eliminate those letters that has nothing to do with the root word. And these letters might be prefixes, infixes, and suffixes. Right? So in the word Muhammad, there is a triliteral root in that. It would be the ha, the meme, and the da. See? So, which meaning praising, or praise. See? So Muhammad is meaning that one who praises. Muhammad. Right? Okay? Masjid, place of prostration. For example, like within the masjid, we have what we call what? Masala, right? So that is a place where we make what? Prayer. Salah. See it? Pray, place of prayer, which would be the front room of the masjid here. Because we come up with the letters Sin, Jeen, and Dal. In that order. Now they have to be in that order. You can't switch them around because then you come up with another meaning. But in a meaning like this, SJD are Sin, Jeen, and Dal, meaning prostration. Because this is why we make prostration here. Got it, Brother Muhammad? Yeah, okay, I put you had a look on your face like that. Okay. Okay, so we got that. Okay, look at this then. I'm going all over the board here. Let's say, Look at that word. What do we have here? First of all, let's identify the letters. We have what? Meme, wa, meme again, no. Okay? And if we put it all together, we come up with the word what? Say it again. Movement. Okay? So let's spell it out. M-U-U. Why we got two U's here? Because of this wa right here and this sukumo. So we got this, and then we got M-I-N. Is that right? Movement. Is the spelling is right? Anybody?
Assalamu alaikum.
Yes, sir.
One U, because the wall has Hamza the pot on it, and the second U in the transliteration,
Here?
right?
Uh-huh.
The second U and apostrophe like figure would take that place.
So in other words, you tell me I should have M-U, okay? Then I should have something like this,
Right.
right? Okay? And then what else I should have?
Mean
Mean, right?
and Kesra,
Okay. So that'll be I,
then Nun.
then new. Okay? All right? So that is the correct pronunciation right there. Mook, okay? Min, which means what? Believer. Okay? What is plural then of that? Mook me, what? Mook me noon. Noon. Mook me noon. Okay? Let's talk a little bit about let's see here. My glasses here. Oh, not bad. Look at this word here. Right. What letters do we have here? Lamb. And we put it all together, incorporating the vowels that we have up here. We have the word what? Rajaloon. Question.
We gonna break for prayer.
What time we got?
We gonna
No, we just started you the prayer at 1:30. Right, we just did it at 1:30. All right. We'll do it this way. Rajulun. Rajulun. Okay? What is the meaning of this?
Man.
Say it again.
Man.
Not man, Rajia, but what? Look at the end in here.
Amen.
There we go. See the difference? Amen. Amen. And the reason we come with amen because in Arabic, unlike in English, we have the word is. In Arabic, don't, so they use the tabby right here to signify a. Rajil is man. But Rajulun is a man. A man. Okay? Look at this. What is this? Say it again, sister. Amrun. What is the meaning of Amrun? Notice here we have what? Aleph, right? What do we have over it? Hamza, with what over the Hamza? So we said this is an abrupt sign Hamza, so we got what? Is an abrupt sign. And then we got, look at here, the meme right here. Which has what over here? Sakun. So we hear a little bit, see that here? And then we have the Ra. With what over here? Tanya. Okay, this Damatang, when it's over like this. So we have what? Amrun, which means what? What is the meaning of that? We know it's a something, but I heard someone say it. What is it? Command. A command. This is a man. Okay. Now, what if I want to say, what is this? We're going to be reading Arabic here for long. What we got here? Now, I put this with this. I put this with this. We're going to go into detail of all of this in subsequent class, but I'm just trying to give you a feel of what Arabic is about. So this is why we're hitting this, hitting that, this topic, that topic. Look at this here. Put it all together. So if we've had to pronounce it, we'll say, how do we pronounce this first word here? And we know we read Arabic from right to left. We got what? Huwa, and then we got what? Say it again. Rajulun. Huwa, Rajulun. So huwa means what? And huwa is what we call a pronoun, right? So now we put it all together, we're saying he is a man. Because we already said this means a man, right? So we put huwa when they said he is a man. See it? What about this? What's that? Say it again, bro. It is a command. Well, we know this right here, but you said, I think you said it right. It is a command. That's right. Because personal pronoun who or he can mean it also, right? So he's right. This is saying that it is a command. Okay? What about this? What is this? What is this? This is the last one here. Say it again, sister. Right. But if we put it all together, we have what? Right. Which means it is a book. See? We done went from this. If we look right here, back this week, this meaning a book. But we put huwa, the personal pronoun in front of it, we come up with it is a book. Because huwa meaning he or it. So I would say he is a book, even though huwa literally means he, but it also means it. So we said it is a book. In this case, instead of he is a book. Same thing here. We don't say he is a command. Now we can say he is a commander, but he is a command. This is what this means here, right? And then he is a man here, but this here meaning it is a command. I'm sorry, it is a command. Okay. Let me introduce this. Okay. What do we have here? Look at this word here. Notice we got the soft H, right? Like that. Then we have fatha. Then we have the diacritical, or some people call this the dagger alif. Okay, but it's a small dagger alif. Okay. Then we have this letter here, which is we said is what? We have this over it, and then we have this alif here. We put it all together, we come up with what? What is the pronunciation here? Haza, haza. I just notice I just said haza, you know, with a hard H. Ha, because this is the soft H right here. Remember, a little soft H. Okay, so this is what we have here. Same H. Haza, haza. And then we have the word here. So what are we saying now? Haza is a word that means haza, meaning the word that means this is. This is. This is. That Surah Baqarah has that in Surah Baqarah, chapter 2. Okay. So this meaning that this is a man. Now, what if I was to put the same thing here? I'm just using diacritical mark as we use in English. So if I put haza here in front of this, we were saying what? This is a command. Got to see that? If we put it haza here, we saying what here? This is a what? Book. Right. Now, what is an adjective? An adjective.
Something that describes someone.
Say it again. Something that describes something. Good definition. An adjective is a word that describes something. So we have an adjective up here. And if the adjective is this last word here. Okay? Now, let us be able to say this though. So what do we have here? If we put it all together, how would we pronounce this?
Was the first letter a hat?
I'm sorry. Forgot my dots. There's 2 dots, okay? In Arabic, let me point this out. The adjective always follows the noun. The noun, the adjective don't come before the noun in Arabic. The adjective always follows the noun. So what is the noun up here? First of all, what is the noun up there? Well, first of all, let's do this deal. See, we all got these looks on our face. What is a noun? A noun is the name of a what? All right. Person, place, or thing. So that's what a noun is. An adjective is what? Something to describe something. What is an adverb? Uh-oh.
So that's called an
Action.
So what?
Action, that thing kind of
an
action.
action verb.
It's an adjective that describes the verb.
Describe another adjective or noun, right?
Right, okay. And also tell what sometimes how many. How many, okay? Okay. What is a preposition?
A place.
Shows position.
So what now? A preposition is a word that what? Connects.
Where it is.
Connect other words, right? Okay. Well, let's go back to this here. We still stuck on this one. We have here the word what? Look at it up here. Look at the letters we have. We got a quaff, right? With Dama. Quaff, okay? We got what? Ra. We got what? Hamza with Fatha, okay? So this means here we got an alif, that's right. And then we got what? Noon with Damatain. If it's one, it's called Dama. If it's two, Damatain. See that? This gives a U sound, a O. This gives it what? UN sound. See? So, and then we have this word here. With, what letter is this here, by the way? Right here, with the two dots. Remember what I said? If it got two dots, it's automatically? All right, so we got two dots. So you can't make no mistake, you can't go wrong there. So we got the word what? Look at it. Help me out here. You, right? Right? Then I have, because this is Hamza here, what I have? A. What I have here? And then what we have here? R-E-V-E. And then we go to elongate, right? And then we have this. So we read from right to left, so we got what? Right? Now say it. What we know what this means, but so what this means here? No. So now look what it's saying. This adjective is going to describe the noun. This is the Quran here. So this saying what kind of Quran it is. So this saying this is a noble. As the brother said, noble means noble. Okay? A noble Quran. See? That's how you see it in the Quran itself. This is a noble Quran. This is the meaning of that. And this is how we see it. Okay? What about this? Let's see. Okay. This phrase right here. This is in the board right here, so, but this is not. First of all, we had to know what letters are we talking about? What is the first letter here? Zah. Okay, what is this one? Yeah. Ra. Do everybody see those back in the back? In the back. Okay, so that's what you got to identify the letters first, right? Okay, then we have what? Me. And look at the vowels associated with the letters. Then we have here what we got. Remember this? Remember that? I don't know if can everybody see that. This is what we're talking about here. See that? Isn't that what we have right here? B-A-A. And then what we have here? Ra. Excuse me. So what are we saying here? What is zikra? Zikra, we said zikra. Z-I-K-R. Right, so you got that now. So this meaning, but we got this on it, so this meaning A. Right? See that? Okay. And then we have, this is describing this remembrance. So we got the word here, what? Mubarakun. But since it's at the end, we just said sometimes Mubarak. Mubarak, right? Okay? So what is the meaning? Say it again. Remembrance or blessed reminder. What is the blessed reminder they're talking about here? All of this coming right out of the Quran. What I'm putting up here, these phrases are coming right out of the Quran. These phrases right here. So when you see them, you know, you need to be able to recognize them. Right? Everything I'm putting up here is coming directly out of the Quran. Okay? So this is telling us what kind of Quran this is a blessed reminder. Blessed reminder. We know A because of this here on the end of it. Right? And notice that the noun, okay, and the adjective have the same ending. This is the meaning that is grammatically correct. Because they have the same ending. Because this adjective describing the noun. And we say the adjective always come where? After the noun. After the noun. It can't come before. Now if you got more than things that describe and what have you can have another noun and an adjective, then a noun and an adjective. You can have that. But the noun always, the adjective always comes after the noun. This is important because this is grammar. So this is helping us to understand when we read the Quran, because after all, this is Allah's message. He's trying to convey certain things to us. And we got to ponder over these meanings. We got to come up with it. Because believe me or not, a lot of the Qurans, we got the translations, some of them are wrong. Not completely wrong. You know, we understand what the brothers or sisters who write it, you know, something like that. But sometimes they are not true to the Arabic. They use a word, or sometimes the word they use in the translation has nothing to do with what's up there. Nothing to do with it. And we showed that many times right here in the class when we said, I said, brother, read what you have in your Quran. They read something, you read what you got in yours. All the time, most of the time. And he hit the spot, but not directly to the target, so to speak. See? So there's some Qurans out there that are somewhat true to the Arabia. But even them sometimes not all the time, maybe about 90% time. So if we know the Arabia, we can do it ourselves. And we got to know how to look these words up in the dictionary too. In the dictionary. And the only way we're going to be able to look them up in the dictionary is to know what? The triliteral root. So if I were going to look up this word, Mubarak, I can't just go to the, like we do in the regular English dictionary and look up what? M, you know, B, and all those. I can't look it up that way. I got to know how to extract the triliteral root out of this word here. See them, brother? Oh, okay. So I got to know how to extract the triliteral word out of it. So triliteral root word out of this. What would be the triliteral root of this word here? Mubarak. Okay, you said, now we got to have 3 letters now, not just 2. We got to have 3 letters. Okay, you said what now? Bar, Ra. There you go. Right. So I gave the word what? Baraka. Meaning what? He blessed. He plus the past tense. Baraka. That's what it means. He blessed. He plus the past tense. It's always that. Okay? But then you put mu in it. So then we say mu mean one who does. See, there it is right there. One who does. Blessed. See? So this means again that this is a reminder right here that is blessed. That is blessed. Mubarak. Okay? Look at this. This we all profess in. Okay. Right here. And okay. So let's look at this one here. What do we have? We have, first of all, we have Alif with what? Hamza and Kasra, right? So we know this in the abrupt sound, it's an I, like that. Then we have what? Lam. Look what we have. Fatha, that gives an A sound. If they have this means that we got to elongate that A. So we got, and then we got, look at this last letter here. What is this? That's an H. Like this H here. Because it's coming at the end. So see, so this H right here, we see how it looks when it stand alone. We saw it in here when it started at the beginning, see it right here? But when it's on the end, it looks like this. That's the end of it. I would say, and Email and Brother Tar probably back me up on this, is and Brother Waji too, and you too, brother. You know, in reading Arabic, I would say maybe 80% of it is recognizing the letters. 80 to 90, you know, when you see them written out. If you recognize the letters, then you're almost home free. You're just putting the vowels with the letters. And then you're on your way to pronouncing the word. But you can't pronounce it if you don't know what the letter is. If you don't know how it looks when it takes on a different shape or form. That's essential that you know how that letter looks, whether it's at the beginning of a word, if it comes in the middle of a word, and if it comes at the end of a word. That is critical because it takes on different shapes. And then all you got to do, as I said earlier, to put the vowels with it. Shorten the vowel. If it's a short vowel, you need to shorten. If it's a long vowel, you need to elongate it. Because this is what they call tajweed. Tajweed. And tajweed, some people just put a one I, I'm sorry, T-A-J. Okay? Tajweed comes from the word jawada. Jawada. Look at it. J-A-W-A-D-A. That's a perfect verb. That meaning he plus the past tense. So that meaning that he perfected. So when the tajweed, when you pronouncing the word with the Quran with tajweed, that meaning you're giving all the letters their full due. If this called for the letter to be elongated, you got to elongate it instead of shorten. Or if it had to be a short letter, you had to give it a short sound. So that means he perfected. So isn't that what we try to do? This is why when we make a salat, we want to say the best salat possible. All the correct movements, all the correct words, pronouncing the word correctly. Because Allah going to bless us for this. We want to do, and we need to, when we say it, we need to imagine that we standing right before Allah, that we can see Him, but we know we can't see Him, but He sees us. And therefore we want to act as if we making the big, having khushu, bringing sincerity of our intention to it, being focused on what we actually saying. We don't want to get up there and just say the Arabic because this sounds so close to it. No, we need to practice tajweed so we can perfect it and say the letters right. If it calls for me to say this, I need to say this. But if it's written like this, I need to say B-A-A, as we said earlier, as opposed to B-A. Because otherwise, I'm saying something totally different. Okay? But back to this. So what is Ilah? Ilah, just Ilah. God. Okay? So now listen what we got. So we got God right here. Okay? But this is an adjective here describing God. Right? So what kind of God is he talking about here? What kind of God here is being described? Wahid. So what Wahid mean what? One. So we put it all together, we said what? One. This is the word one right here. And God. It said describe the God. This is what since we got a God here. What kind of God? One God. See it? Wahid. Wahid. Okay? What's the difference between Wahid and Ahad? What's the difference? What is Ahad?
One God. Just saying one God.
Which one though? Wahid or Ahad?
Ahad means one God.
One God. But what is this? This means one God too, right? But what is what I'm trying to say? But you're right. But what is the difference between Ahad and Wahid?
Because
One as in unique and alone.
and that also could be one, the one God.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? When you talk about the difference between the two that you just said. You know, one God is letting the person know that there's only one thing that you have to be concerned with. And then the other one gives a description of saying, and this is that one that you need to be concerned with. This one only. You know, that way a person can, you know, like you say, which one?
Right.
They say, which one of the guys you talking about? Okay, you know only one you gotta pick out. You know, from it, and he's already pointing at you. Then the one who will make sure to give you confirmation that you're looking at the one, he said, yes, that's the one that you have to follow. That's the one we look for. That one right there. Okay. Not the
You know what it
other
is?
ones. You know.
Okay, I
But
got
there
you.
might be more than one.
I got you. Anyone else?
Not sure, but would it make the difference with the number one?
Yes. Uh-huh.
One is number one and the other one is the God.
Which one is number one though? The Wahid, okay. Brother?
Wahid, it means one, right?
Right.
Ahad, it shows singularity, but it also means like alone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, unique.
Right.
Not only is it one, but there's no other one like it.
Okay.
So that makes it unique
Uh-huh.
and different than saying just one.
Okay. Anyone else? Okay, yours.
Ahad.
Okay. Again, brother?
Yeah, that's why I said when you get to that point where you understand that what we just all said right then, it's all also emphasizing that all the other ones that you thought, all the ones that come into play are in this one. This is the one that all of them came out of.
Okay.
You know,
The word-
we still talking one, you know.
The word Ahad, okay, to clarify this, is only used in what surah? Surah Ikhlas, right? Which means sincerity of intention, purity of faith, and etc. Okay, like the Sister Rashid was saying also, that Wahid signifies there has to be a two, Ignin, a three, Thalata, a four, Allah, so forth and so on. Okay, when you say Wahid right here. But Ahad meaning that there's no other 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 anything like that. It's absolute, like some people say it already, you know. It doesn't mean that there's no, it means that there's no comparison also. See, when you say aha. So the difference between them is wahid meaning that there is a, this is a counting number, that means there is, you can think of a 2, or 3, but with a heart you can't think of 2, 3, 4. It's singularity, so to speak. There's nothing, he's absolute in his lordship, godship, okay? All right, so that's the difference main between them. One is accounting like this one, but the other one is absolute, okay? Okay, so here we're saying that we're describing the God as being one God, right? Okay, what about this one here, the last one here? All right. So we say that all the time in what surah? Fatiha. Right. And what does it mean?
Show us the straight way.
Show us a straight way. So now, which word of here means straight? Which word of here meaning path or way? So he's telling us, it's describing this path that Allah is talking about in Surah Fatiha, telling us is what type of way. What type of, we said straight way, right?
Sirato is the path, the way.
Okay, right here. Because, reason you know that because we said what? Here come the adjective coming after the noun, right? So this mustaqim is the what? Adjective. Therefore, saratun right here is the noun. Okay? The adjective always going to describe the noun. Notice their endings. They both end with tanwin, right? See? They have to be in agreement. I cannot have this one done there. I have to have both of them there. Because this is describing this way right here. Okay? Now, what is the triliteral root right here? Sarat, right? S-A-R-A. What? Sarat. Okay? What is the, look at this word. Now, what if you had this word right here? This is a good example of what I've been talking about. What if I got this word right here, and I got to look it up in the dictionary? You got an Arabic dictionary before you, and somebody said, find the meaning of this word right here. How would we take this? Look at it. We got, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 letters there. We got to come out of those 6 letters, we got to come up with 3 that go to where we can actually go to the dictionary and look it up. So let's just do this as an exercise. What letters should we eliminate here? And I give you next class, I will give you the letters that you have to eliminate every time just about in order to come up with the triliteral root word.
Mean.
Okay, you said mean is one of the ones we're going to eliminate?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do this. Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to put mean down here. What else we're going to eliminate? You better pay attention now. This is, so with Brother Imam. Brother Imam says seen. Okay, you got that gone out the way. What else? Yah. So he said Yah. Because we got the 2 dots here, okay? What, say it again? We got to look this word up in the dictionary. We got to stand still here. How we going to look it up in the dictionary? Because we know we can, listen, we know we don't have a, now if it's in English, we might can go to this, but this is an Arabia, this is an Arabic dictionary. And the Arabic dictionary is going to have 3 letters at the top of there. Question, yes.
Get rid of the first 3.
Get rid of the first 3, he said. So this be mean, seen, and top. So we already got put ta down. We got those, all right? So you're right, you're right.
You gotta keep it
Now, I will say this. when you come up with the final three letters, okay, Tisha, you gotta look on your face too, okay? Okay, all right, so right now, here's what we got. You say you're gonna eliminate those right there. So now, you got what?
Time.
Yah and Meen, right? So are those the three letters? No.
No.
Cause we already got Yah eliminated. So we wind up with this. Quaf and Meen. This, brothers and sisters, what we call a weak verb. Because it needs a helping letter here. So after we eliminate all those letters, we come up with two letters. So now we're going to either have to add an alif, a wa, or ya. Okay, in this case we add an alif. And then we can go quaf, alif, and meen, and we go to the dictionary, and boom, we're going to find this word right here. And any other word close to it, associated with it, with those trilateral root, we're going to find that word. See? That's how you look it up in the dictionary. You can have a word long on this board, starting over here, going all the way across. You still have to be able to look it up and find those three letters out of that. And there's a technique that I would give you next week, giving you those letters that you would have to eliminate in order to find that root word automatically. Okay? Now, let's go to the Quran just for a minute. I got the Qurans. Let's look at some for the remainder of the time. You're going to see some of the things we just talked about. Let's go to chapter 85, verse 21. 85, verse 21. You're going to see one of the phrases that I put up here. I don't have the whole verse of what I got here, but I just got this in that particular verse. You're going to see two of them. You're going to see where it says, it is a Quran, and then you're going to see where it says, it is a glorious Quran. The word for glory is what? Majidun. Majidun.
You said sure what?
85, verse 21. You should see Huwa, Quranun, okay? And then you should see Huwa, Quranun, Majidun.
مجيد.
Okay?
هو قرآن مجيد.
Majid, yeah, I'm sorry, Majid. Majidun, actually got here, Majidun. What you have in it? That what you got? Majidun?
Yeah, مجيد if you're gonna continue, but if you're gonna stop, you're gonna say هو قرآن مجيد.
Right. I don't have the whole verse.
Oh,
I just
yes.
got a
Okay.
little snippet.
Yeah, so if you stop, you say هو قرآن
Right.
بل هو قرآن مجيد.
Right. If you stop, that is if you stop. Right. Right. Okay. Sister Sharon, do you see it?
Yes.
Okay. You should. You see it, brother?
I got it right.
Okay. Right. Okay. Now let's. Okay. So you see both of those. It is a Quran, and you see it is a glorious Quran. And we just got to talk about that on the board here. If we also go to chapter 56, verse 77. Talking about, indeed it is a noble Quran. Indeed it is a noble Quran. We just put it on the board up here. Indeed it is a noble Quran. So you got the word innahu. Right. And then you got the word la Quranun Karim. I don't have the full, so like the brother said earlier, if it's at the end, you don't give the whole sign to Tammy. Okay? You see it, Sister Rashida? Okay? Okay? And then what does the translation say? Sister Rashida, what does it say?
That this is indeed a Quran is honorable.
See? So they use the word honorable, okay? Everybody see that? Okay. Now, let's go to chapter 21, verse 24. And you're going to see what we put up back here, where we see in what? Haza, right? Zikrun.
21 what?
24. 24. Chapter 21, verse 24. See? 21, 24. I don't have the whole verse. I just got this what I was pointing out on the board. So, you know, I don't know what to tell you to start out with, whatever, but I just got this out of this verse.
It's in the second line.
Second line. Saying that this is a reminder. See that? This is a reminder. Did we not do that one? Yeah, we did that one, see? So all the stuff I put up here is, most of it coming right out of the Quran itself. So when we see these phrases or these, you know, so now, what is the adjective there in that, in this is a blessed reminder? Which word is the adjective? Blessed.
Blessed.
Right, because it's telling us, we said an adjective describes the noun, so the noun here is the what? Remembrance, right? Or a reminder, right? So it's telling us how is that reminder described? It's saying it's a blessed reminder. See? Okay. Now let's go to, we did it. Did we do 2150?
No.
Let's go to 2150. Chapter 21, verse 50 is going to be talking about, we just got to talking about this is a reminder, but this saying that this is a blessed reminder. Okay? Okay? Everybody got it? What do you see there? There you go. That's it. Did we not do that one on the board? Right? So, Sister Sharon, what do your translation say for that? Oh, you're on your phone? Okay.
Yeah. Can you give it
For mine, I have Sahi International here says on 2150, right?
Right.
And this Quran is a blessed message which we have sent down.
Okay.
In
Yeah,
our
it
new
says
place.
the same thing, yeah.
But does it have the word zikr? It don't have anything about reminder?
It just says, then are you with unacquainted? It just says unacquainted.
Okay.
Yeah, mine says, and this is a blessed message which we have sent down, will ye then reject it. It doesn't say anything about zikr.
Okay.
Aren't you talking about the Arabic?
I'm talking about the Arabic.
Yeah,
Yes.
the Arabic.
Right.
It does say what eyes is it?
Mm-hmm. Okay, right.
Translate remembrance as well. Translation would be remembrance.
Exactly. Right. Because you got the word zikr. Zikr.
Well,
Okay.
that's an example of what you were saying earlier,
Okay.
right?
Say it again, sister.
That's an example of what you were saying earlier,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
You
Yes.
don't mention remembrance.
Right. It doesn't mention the word
I
reminder.
think they missed it. Well, I don't know what she might see.
Because the
Like
word
her book
here is
says
zikr.
reminder. Yeah, hers-
Right.
hers says this-
Here's what happens sometimes is that the author, they paraphrase. You know, they hit the mark, so to speak, but is it really true to the Arabia there, you know, to actually what's being said there, okay? Look at this one then. Chapter 23, verse 24. Here you're going to have the word mahaza. Mahaza. Ma is a particle meaning not. Not. N-O-T, not. Ma. If I was to put this in front of this, right here, translation now goes to what? If I do this here. We said ma here meaning not. Okay? So what will we have here now? See it? This is not remembrance here though. This saying now what? That this is not a man. Right? This is not a man. Just by putting the ma in front of it, this negates that. This negates that this is a man. By putting ma in front of it. So we not did that is because what I'm looking for you to see, you see in 23, 24, you're going to see the word ma hauser. So ma, M-A, meaning not, N-O-T, not. See? So it's saying ma hauser. What's the other word there? In, what is it? Eli, what is that? Basharun. So this is not only a human being, something to that nature. Right? Okay? Basharun. Okay? Look at one more here. Time is almost up. We did this one, chapter 20, verse 112. What we talking about? He is a believer. You're going to see the word huwa mu'minun. Huwa mu'minun. This one here is in 619. I said 20, chapter 20, verse 112. So this one here is in chapter 6, 119. The last one here is in 36. Talking about this is a straight way.
Somebody read that,
Okay.
Which one?
24, is that what you said? It said 1936, I mean, 36.
Verily, Allah is my Lord and your Lord. Him therefore serve ye. This is a way that is straight.
This is a way that is straight way. See, it's describing how the way is.
Yeah, somebody else read that one too.
Brother Man, read yours.
Okay, what was
Oh, he talking, what one?
1936.
1936?
It should say really, literally, it just means that this is a straight way. This is a straight way. Because you had the word what? Haza, right? Which meaning this is, then you had the word straight. Saratum, see?
1936.
Yes, sir.
Surely God is my Lord and your Lord. Serve him. This is a straight path.
Okay?
Okay.
Path, a way is okay.
I got that. I'm just trying to find another thing that support what you were saying. One more person, a little different ground. What you saying?
Verily, Allah is my Lord and your Lord. Him therefore serve you. This is a way that is straight.
Right. And see, now this translator has in his ground, Jesus said.
Jesus said. Oh, I don't know the whole full content, so it could be
No, but
talking
they're
about
reading
Jesus.
the items, see, they're reading the items, the full items they have in their Quran.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just trying to, see, this is what you were saying about some Qurans don't have a,
Right, right.
right, you know, they have some other things, so I'm
Yeah.
trying to give validity to
Verify
that.
what I said, yeah.
Yeah, you know,
right.
because a lot of people don't never run across this. You know?
Right, right.
But this is what he's saying here, it says Jesus.
It's a parenthesis, same thing, parenthesis.
Yes, you know, there's two of them that says, and who's that by?
This is.
Well, see, now here's what you had to look at. You had to look at the contents of that whole chapter. That chapter could be talking about Jesus. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true too now.
Okay, yeah, you know.
Because it is Surah
And
mine.
Jesus, that could be correct. Jesus might have been saying that.
Yeah, but that's another good point too, to show,
Uh-huh.
show the consistency of the revelation.
Right.
You know, that each one is just reciting what the law says. You know, but it's still the city one to say
Right,
that.
right, right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
I think it's-
Because they're still reading the same items from Yusuf Ali,
Mm-hmm,
Arabic translator,
mm-hmm.
etc. You know, as opposed to what he's got an international,
Saudi International.
Saudi international.
Which is a good Quran, Sahih
yeah,
International. You know.
this is
because
Noordin.
Uh-huh.
So I'm just saying.
That's a good one too, isn't that Noordin? Yeah, that's by
Yeah.
a sister, yeah, and her
Right.
father, somebody like that. That's a good. I had that one also. I also have that Quran you're talking about. You know, I'm give that information.
Well, like I said, if people wanna take the time and looks at a glance, that you're right. It starts with the narrative on 16
Uh-huh.
to 18, so you have to put it in context.
There you go. Right,
Because
right,
it's just making a quick statement,
right.
relating the book, the story of Mary, when she withdrew from her family to a place
There you
of
go.
peace. She placed a screen from them, we sent her in our angel, and he appeared before her as a man in all respects. She said, I seek refuge from thee, to Allah most gracious, come not near if thou dost fear Allah. And he said, nay, I am only a messenger from thy Lord to announce to thee the death of a holy son. So
Okay. Right.
maybe that's why they got Jesus, but it sounds like this is really,
Right.
uh,
Let me say this to everybody before you